all that.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Yep.
So
talk about sex.
So earlier this. All right. So earlier this week, Larissa Pippen. Am I saying that right? Larissa Pippen.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. I think her name is Larissa.
Yeah.
She made a comment,
Well,
and she says that she had sex 4 times a night for 23 years while married to Scottie Pippen.
That's a lie.
And so my question to you, how many times a week should you be having sex married?
I mean, every day, but not 4 times. I'm trying to figure out, they have sex 4 times a night, for real. Like, what time did they start? Like, when did night start for him?
Got to be 5:36 o'clock.
You know, when did night, is it according to the sun? Is it, and when did it stop?
That's 28 times in a week.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of sex.
That's a lot.
That's a lot on a person.
That's
and the
a
part
lot,
that got
yeah.
me with this is Scottie Pippen had back problems his whole career. So you
Probably why.
So you can't play. You got games you missing because of your back.
Yeah.
But you're having sex 4 times.
That's a lot. I mean, for me, I'm gonna just go ahead and say, I gotta have sex daily. And first of all, we're talking about marriage, right?
Marriage.
In marriage, yeah, gotta have it daily. Gotta have it daily. And for me, it's not
Daily I shall worship.
I gotta have it daily. I think in union, I got to make up for lost time. I can't skip no days.
Yeah.
I can't skip no days. I got to have it. And I'm gonna tell you, for real, like the opportunity, the privilege to be connected with one person.
Yeah.
And to be able to do it legally, to be able to do it ethically.
But every day you don't feel like there's a lot?
No, I can't. It's so I can't go a day without you.
So if that's too much on her, what is a minimum? What is hey, this is my minimum. If we can't go every day, we can go.
I can give you one day off.
Jesus Christ, Rob.
I can give you one day off.
One day?
Yeah. But this is the thing though. So
is it a set one day or is it a floating one day?
I mean, you could pick the day.
Okay.
Pick your lunch break. You get to pick you get to pick your lunch break. But the thing about it is that again, I mean, and so every time I got to be really transparent about this. Every time ain't 30 minutes.
I mean, of course, yeah.
Every time. Honestly, of the 7 days, they're all at 7 to 10. I don't. My thing is, you got 10 minutes of time for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's like really okay. In the physical sense, let's talk about sex, right?
Yeah.
In the physical sense, it only requires 10 minutes of your time. I don't need that much of your time.
If you go through research, it don't even require 10.
The 10 is because I'm being greedy.
Yeah.
I can't get enough, so 10 minutes.
Don't stop till you get enough.
Don't stop. So if you look at it in the physical context, but then the next thing is that I believe that people who are in union, they should never go to sleep angry.
Yeah.
And I think sex,
that's a way to stay joyful.
I think sex is a way to stay joyful.
Well, I mean, I think it is a way to stay joyful, but it's also a way to have good conversation.
Definitely.
Because the conversations after sex, when you're married,
pillow talk.
That pillow talk is the perfect time to get some things out, to talk over some things, to talk through some things, to get some things, because you're more open. Because, when you are intimate with that person, it breaks down some of those walls. They start looking better to you. They start talking better. They start feeling better.
You start running your ideas past them.
Yep.
Like, what do you think about this? And it's all because of that that connection is important.
Yeah.
And so I believe that connection is equally synonymous to the things, because as a man, that's important for me. But I think it's equally synonymous to the romantic and the emotional necessities that are needed also to thrive that, right? Because if I want it every day, I'm talking that thing up from the time I wake up.
Oh yeah, I'm
texting you at lunch.
What you just said is where a lot of people miss it.
I'm
Is that you got to marinate that thing throughout the day.
Yeah.
You can't it don't just happen when y'all get in the room.
Oh yeah.
It starts that morning. Hey, I can't wait to get you home tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Do you need me to pick you up? Is there anything I can do to make the night easier?
Yeah.
So that this evening I can get 10 minutes of your. Can I just get 10 minutes of your time?
You just gave a life class for marriage, right? What you just
seriously,
said. Is there anything I can do to make tonight easier on you?
What can
so
I
that
do?
you're better for me?
Yeah.
That's good. That's
for
good.
real. And so I mean, and so it's funny because I was watching Zatima. That's Zach and Fatima on the BET series or whatever.
I only watch it for one reason. I know what you're talking about.
And
that woman that got
she's
Jasmine
blessed.
Brown. No, not Zatima.
Oh, I thought you were talking.
Not Fatima.
Oh,
the next door neighbor.
She's abundantly blessed.
Whew, what a mighty God we serve.
Yeah, she's abundantly blessed. But you know that she's the reason. Oh God, she's the reason why we gotta have sex every day. Yeah, she's the reason why I need you to cure all my curiosity. I need you to bind all temptation, and I need you to loose your availability.
But what were you saying about the show?
So the show, they actually in episode 2, they were talking about the fact that Zach was having an issue with not Zach. Actually, Fatima was having an issue saying Zach wanted her too much.
Yeah.
And Zach was like, "Yo, what do you mean? What is too much?" You know what I mean? And so it got to a point to where she offered the man of God a toy.
Nah, I don't want that.
And I don't. Tricks are for kids.
I don't want that.
I don't want no toys.
I don't want that. So, but I think that's where you have to find that balance. Though.
One of the things that I heard in the episode though is that she was talking about, not only how often it was, but how long it was. That's why I'm adamant about it. Ain't because I love you, because I'm connected to you. It ain't got nothing to do with not being able to stay in the game.
No,
it has everything to do with loving you. Don't take that long.
Yeah, but I think
for real.
I think that's communication though. When you're married, sometimes it's a quickie. Sometimes this one's for you. Sometimes this one's for me. Let me just get mine. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me make sure you get your. I think that's all communication.
Yeah.
Speaking of communication, do you feel like in marriage that there should be that sex should be scheduled?
No, I just think it should be on the schedule. Yeah, I don't think that it should be scheduled. Because I think that builds an element of redundancy.
Yeah.
And when to flip over and when to turn. I don't want it to be scheduled like that.
Yeah.
I do want you to know what I like, and I need you to know that I need you at some point before I go to sleep.
Well, I think that's all men though.
Yeah.
Women have to realize that men need sex
Yeah.
for a lot of different reasons. They need the release, but more so they need the affirmation that comes from sex.
Oh God, that's it. There's affirmation that comes from that.
Especially for the man.
Man, like it's so much affirmation. I need, it makes me feel like the man.
It makes you feel like the king.
It makes me feel like I need that.
Yeah.
Because if I don't feel like the man daily, I'm just being real.
And so when a woman withholds sex from a man,
I'm wondering who is the man.
You're also withholding his kingdom.
Yes.
You're withholding what he feels is his.
Yes.
He can't.
Oh my. I need to know I'm the king.
King of the jungle.
So I need to, and we're not even talking about birthright. We're not going to go into that because Simba is a thing. We're not going to do that, but we're just talking about sex. I just think that it's a necessity and it makes me better. Because remember that there's a meme where the guy, when he doesn't get it the night before, he comes out, good morning, babe. Oh, what's up?
What up, bro?
What up? What up? You start treating her like a whole brother because, what I'm saying? Because I don't want to, listen, in marriage, I don't never want to have to remember what you feel like. I need to know it's coming.
The worst thing is when you become married to somebody and it feels like you just have a roommate.
Yeah.
That is the worst thing.
Yeah.
And but what you're talking about is that intimacy, especially for men, it softens the next things for us.
It's not so much that it has to say, "Oh, you get anything you want out of a man."
No, not anything you want.
It's not that.
It softens how we handle things, though. It does.
I think with a different head.
Think different. Just say
I think differently. I think differently. I'm more inclined. I promise you, it clears out my ear canal. I hear differently.
You married? You have I say session. You done had a good session. You be like, baby, that car would look good for you, baby. That car. I was thinking about that car.
And you would look good in it.
You look good in that car. Let's go look at that car tomorrow. I'm joking.
Yeah.
But seriously, it does do that for me.
You said something a long time ago. You said to me, and I don't want to reveal our whole conversation, but you said something to the effect of,
Bro, I say a lot. I don't even know where it's going.
Your options are not your only options. And your options are not your only options when you're in a union where the thing that makes each other tick, if what you need becomes an option, then I just became your option. If what you need just became an option, I became your option.
Yeah.
And the thing that I need, if I need it from you, if I need to feel like the man, and if that's one of the things that helps me, and I think ego can be a tool. It's often weaponized, but it can be a tool. And if I need that, I need it not to be an option, because I think sex and money are the two things that makes union an option. And I don't ever want the woman that I love, the woman that I'm with, the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with, to become an option. Yeah. For real.
The hard part is that women have to keep in mind that men need to feel wanted.
Definitely.
Daily.
Definitely.
No, women act like they don't understand it, and men may feel like they don't and lie. But men want to feel needed. They want to feel needed, and they want to feel wanted.
But the problem is that they prioritize the necessity to feel wanted the way that they feel like want should be rendered. And I'm saying we want differently. We thirst differently. We desire differently.
I have this thing, when people talk about love languages and all this stuff like that, and I always ask somebody, like, what's your love language?
Yeah.
It's a good conversation starter. It's a good point. And so people say quality time, and I always say that, and they're like, what's yours? I said, well, I can tell you mine, but as a man, we just want affirmation and touch.
Yes.
Matter of fact, being specific, we want you to affirm us and have sex with us.
That's it.
Matter of fact, affirm us while you're having sex with us.
That's it.
That's what men want.
That's all I need.
Affirm us while we're having sex with us. That's our love language.
That's all I need.
There might be some other things in there that are good and touchy good, but the man's love language is affirmation and sex.
You give me
affirmation
that
during sex. You got to be able to work. Here's the keys.
You get a plumber. You get a carpenter. You get a mechanic.
You want to have them or build a house? I can build a house.
I'm telling you, we ain't got to go buy no big old. I can build it.
You want a car?
I will labor all day long for you touching me and affirming me.
That's what I tell you. Just touch me and affirm me. That's it. Touch me and affirm me.
Straight up.
I can conquer the world.
Yeah.
I can go out there and open 2 more businesses.
Yeah.
Affirm me. Touch me and affirm me.
Let me leave empty, and I promise you, I'll give you my full undivided attention. Leave me empty.
I feel like we helped somebody right here.
Leave me empty.
We helped somebody
so that I can give my full undivided attention.